This world is simply not governed by the idea that we are free people. Example, we all have this idea innately that it's our duty to be the best we can be, the best we can be as a person. There's a problem with this. If everyone held that idea, then how could society possibly function? Where would be the garbage man, who would be doing all these small jobs, And then you might look at them and be like, well, they're in that situation because, they didn't succeed in life. They didn't do anything important. When really, usually you'll see someone like that, or someone homeless or something like that, because of the way society is, and the way society, doesn't care that much always about helping people. But that's very difficult to explain anyways on that own, because, helping people in this country versus helping people who really, really need it, like, you know what I'm talking about and all that. But it's just this idea that we need the best we can be. The fact that if everyone believed that, then our society wouldn't really function well. And but you could give the argument that, of course, that we would be more technological, therefore we would create ways to get rid of jobs like the garbage man. But I don't think that. But at the current moment, that's not going to happen. So it's kind of ridiculous, the way society runs. There's really no difference between you and the garbage man, or you and anyone else. You're still the same sort of. You're still human in every way. You're not less human because you do that job, and that's how you separate the idea of humanity and doing things and how far your life has gone, and you feel superior to another person, but you're actually not because you're equal. It's a lot of questions, but I definitely wanted to talk about that. But it's also crazy because, the idea of how how we have this idea that what we're going to do in life. You're going into college, you're going to major in something, right? And that idea about what you're going to major in is just, you usually get it as, it's usually insight. It comes to you one day. But the only reason you got to got to that place that led to the I thought, that led to that, and led to everything, is because of the way your life was in the past and your genetics, which you're trying to justify for who you are. Who you are is what you're given at birth. It's not your own freedom. It's just simply what you've been given. So, what was I trying to say? So it's just this idea that there's no freedom in it to decide, because it's usually you met that person maybe once a couple years ago, told you about that and that. You lived through this life, you got the genetics, and you led to all that led to this new insight that you're going to do this job when you grow up, or a set of jobs, your profession. So the profession idea is just, the only way it'd be free if you could somehow genetically engineer yourself, I suppose, and create your own sort of what you want to do based upon what you want. But the only way you could do that is if you already had genes. So it's kind of foolish to do that in the first place. And you can't really change sort of the people you meet in life and all that, and all these accidents / coincidences that led to this. So you're really not free at all in that aspect either. So this idea of what you're going to do in life, what is your purpose? There is no answer. And if you are subscribing to one answer and you're in this one job and you think this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, think about culture too, because if you were in a different country, you probably wouldn't be doing that job. There's just so many influences, so many factors, and you really don't know what you're doing. You really have no idea if your purpose is your purpose. And this is all saying that existentialism. It's all about you give your own meaning to life, and but of course, that idea. Then there's ideas of, well, there's a higher order too. I don't really see that, but some people do, and then that's where it gets a little crazy. At least, but if you get to that level, then your whole existence is trying to serve a higher power rather than, sticking to what you're serving by yourself, and it's sort of, you're not really free, and in that way too. So there's really no way to escape it. It's probably more likely that we give purpose rather than there being some other bigger purpose. Just the universe, there's no evidence for any of that, and the universe is, from its appearance, is very chaotic, and there really doesn't seem to be order. And whatever order it would be, it'd be kind of hard to even imagine. And that's where it gets kind of tricky, because, well, yeah, I think that is what I'll leave this at. I'll leave it at that. I just don't think there's much freedom in anything we do. I mean, it's so hard to live a life where you're actually free. And just all these constraints, you know. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? That's my video. Yeah.